If I remember correctly, this is one of the first actual good episodes that you don't have to watch going, I know this is good. Like, a lot of the first episodes are, in hindsight, good because they establish Aang as avoiding his responsibilities and just kind of dicking around, which is cool character development. But when you're actually watching it, it's very boring. And it's also the reason why people have a hard time getting into the show. Hard sell. Like, it's the greatest show ever. It's for children. It's really not watchable for the first 10 episodes. And even for a lot of the end of season 1, still, But then it becomes the greatest show ever made, which I think that is all accurate. Momo was caught in one of those completely ethical traps. One of those traps that doesn't hurt the animals at all.
Hang on, Momo!
Cool shot. Completely ethical. Nothing sharp. I guess what would I expect in the watercolor forest? No sharp edges in the watercolor forest. They're up there like, yeah, I wish we weren't captured, but other than that, pretty nice. You got more room than you'd expect for a cage. My foot's not clamped in some kind of spiky thing.
All right, you two.
This is gonna take forever.
That is an unethical way to release the animals.
That works.
Unethically, it works.
These are Fire Nation traps. You can tell from the metalwork.
You can tell from the metalwork because they're the only place that has metal, and because it's so ethical. I don't think any other place really has much metal. Also, Sokka's never been anywhere or seen anything. How does he know that?
We better pack up camp and get moving. I know you all want to fly, but my instincts tell me we should play it safe this time and walk.
Who made you the boss?
I'm not the boss, I'm the leader.
Why do boys always think someone has to be the leader? I bet you wouldn't be
Someone does have to be the leader.
so bossy if you kissed a girl.
I've kissed a girl. You just haven't met her.
Who? Gran? I've met Gran.
In my experience, when boys kiss girls, it makes them much bossier and less chill. Actually, Sokka's so chill. He's been watching Aang pine after his sister for 10 episodes and barely saying anything. Isn't it weird that Aang is a monk? He's supposed to let go of all the earthly tethers and all that, but he is right now most defined by his horniness. Also, the South Pole was ravaged by the Fire Nation. So when Katara's like, why haven't you kissed a girl? It's like, because they're dead. They're all dead, Katara. What do you mean? You saw the village. Everybody's dead. Have you kissed a boy? No, because they're dead. Is Katara trying to say she's had sex? They're both in the same frozen tundra with only relatives and children.
Look, guys, I'm tired too. But the important thing is that we're safe from the Fire Nation. If you let us pass, we promise not to hurt you.
You promise not to hurt us?
Is he dead? Our first guy's dead. With an arrow. They shot him with an arrow. Good God. It looks like they're trying to just disarm everybody, but that first shot was a little reckless.
My name is Jet, and these are my freedom fighters.
Hey, Jet, these barrels are filled with blasting jelly.
That's a great score.
And these boxes are filled with jelly candy.
Also good. We're here. Where? There's nothing here. Hold this. Why?
Because nobody cheats the hangman in Jet's town. That's how they execute
I'll get
people.
up on my own.
It's grisly, but a little fun.
Grab hold of me, Katara.
That's dangerous. 3 points of contact. 3 points of contact? No way, you dropper.
Nice place you got!
God, Aang's such a spaz. He's so excited. He would rather play in the trees than not have Katara snaked from him.
It's beautiful up here.
Not that Katara is his, but he certainly feels that way. That horny little monk.
One day, we'll drive the Fire Nation out of here for good and free that town.
That's so brave.
Yeah, nothing's braver than a guy in a treehouse.
Don't pay any attention to my brother.
No problem. He probably had a rough day.
That is very mature. Been trying to make Jeb out to be kind of a dick, but that is, I don't know that I've ever been that gracious. If I just risked my life fighting a bunch of guys, literally rescuing them, and then the guy who rescues like, you're gay, you live in a treehouse, that's gay. And I'm just like, yeah, rough day for you. I totally get that. I am gay. That's all right.
So, you all live here?
Long shot over there? His town got burned down by the Fire Nation, and we found the Duke trying to steal our food. I don't think he ever really had a home.
What about you?
Fire Nation killed my parents. I was only 8 years old. That day changed me forever.
Turns out bad things do happen in the watercolor forest. Also, a little rude to tell everybody's super sad backstories and just keep walking, and then when you get to yours, stop for effect. I mean, the Duke lost his whole town. Why didn't you take a pause there? Smellerby has a terrible nickname, but I'm not going to make any sex jokes about that.
Today, we struck another blow against the Fire Nation swine.
It's like to be these 3 kids that don't get to be at the table. I guess they're trying to imply there's like a bunch of kids not at the table, but it looks like it's just these 3 kids not at the table. And that one has 3 ponytails. Am I saying that right? This girl has 2 ponytails, and then another front ponytail. That's why she's not getting invited to the table. Fix your fucking hair and take your cape off. You look terrible. Oh, were they supposed to be at the table and then Aang, Katara, and Sokka took their seats? That's sad. Fix your hair. Ooh. All right, 3 more kids. 6 kids total not at the table. These kids are like really far away. Again, I think they're trying to imply that there's like a ton of kids all scattered about, but I can just count. There's like 9 kids total, or like 10 kids total, and a bunch of them aren't invited to dinner.
That was some great bending I saw out there today.
Well, he's great. He's the Avatar. I could use some more training.
Avatar, huh? Very nice.
He just seduces everybody.
So I might know a way that you and Aang can help in our
Who's
struggle.
if Russell Brand?
Unfortunately, we have to leave
Is
tonight.
Jet played by Russell Brand
Sokka,
in
you're
the
kidding me. I needed you on an
live
important
action?
mission
Because
tomorrow.
if he's not, that's
What
a ridiculous missed opportunity.
What are you doing?
Shh. This tree is Fire Nation. You can tell by the bark work. Call back. Call back.
It amplifies
I am good.
vibrations. Good trick. Nothing yet. Wait, yes. Someone's approaching. How many?
1. It sounds like they're a knife.
I think there's just one.
Please, let me go. Have mercy.
Does the Fire Nation let people go? Does the Fire Nation have mercy?
They're nice to animals. They hunt very humanely. And I think in the final analysis, we should remember that. Man, he is winding. He was going to blast this guy's head off, which kind of implies that, like, he does this, that this is not the first old man that he has out of nowhere just kicked his head. I mean, this would kill the old man. They were going to beat this old man to death and didn't because they have a witness. It's crazy what you can imply in a kid show.
Jet, he's just an old man. This doesn't feel right. It's what has to be done.
So is this supposed to be the counterpoint? Like, Sokka's instincts fuck up, but his moral intuitions are correct here, even though Jet is being calculated? Is that what they're going for? Feels like they lost the thread a little bit of the instincts versus not instincts thing.
Come on, Sokka.
Maybe that's the lesson. Instincts are good for moral intuitions,
Sokka, look what the
but
Duke
not
gave
for
me.
literal planning.
Is Jet back?
We're leaving.
But I made him this hat. What can we do?
It's a great hat.
The Fire Nation is planning on burning down our forest. If you both use water bending to fill the reservoir, we could fight the fires.
I think the hat doesn't ever make another appearance.
We can't
Aang,
leave
what did
now
you do with the hat?
Fire Nation about to burn down a forest.
How did the hat not make it from the walk from Jet's hut to Sokka's hut? They did that fade to black as though time had passed, but it's been like 6 seconds. Aang, where's your hat?
Oh.
That is unbelievably rude. Jet would have kept the hat.
Now listen, you are not to blow the dam until I give the signal. If the reservoir isn't full, the Fire Nation troops could survive.
But what about the people in the town? Won't they get wiped out too?
Look, Duke, that's the price of ridding this area of the Fire Nation.
Where do you think you're going, Ponytail?
We just stood there till morning.
Sokka, I'm glad you decided to join us.
Jet's hair looks bad in this scene. Now that he's more outwardly evil, his hair looks worse. That happens to people.
I heard your plan to destroy the Earth Kingdom.
I was hoping you'd have an open mind. But I can see you've made your choice.
What do you think Sokka's necklace thing is made of? I have no idea why he's wearing around that cotton candy necklace.
Take him for a walk. A long walk.
So is he implying, like, kill him? Or are they just, he's literally saying, like, take him for a long walk. If you don't know his middle name and his favorite foods and a story from when he was 5 about what he was scared of, your walk has not been long enough. A long walk. A walk where you leave acquaintances and you come back friendly. Not quite friends, all right? It's not a sleepover. Friendly. Or they mean fucking stab the shit out of him and leave him.
No worries.
Jet's very
You already
dark.
apologized. Underground water is trying to escape through these vents. I need you guys to help it along.
I've never used bending on water I can't see. I don't know.
You can do this.
What about me?
I know the Avatar can do this.
What about me, Jet? Whisper that I can do this. And you can do this. Oh, I think I went into the Avatar state. Nope. Just goosebumps. This episode is so much darker than all the other ones. The plan was to kill Sokka and leave him in the forest and then kill everyone. Jet is like a psychopath. What was the last episode again? Oh yeah, with like the silly pirates. It's like the show just went up like from PG to PG-13 between episodes. The humane traps.
While you two are up there, you might want to practice your knot work.
We will practice our knot work because we have so much room in our comfortable, humane cages.
What are they doing? Hey, those are the red barrels he got from the Fire Nation.
No, you're mistaken. Those are the candy barrels. They're putting a bunch of candy by the dam, so that way after they fight the fire, they get a treat.
They need blasting jelly.
Jet kills
Yes, I
Dang,
would.
Jet,
throwing him off a
why?
cliff like Lion King.
Katara,
This isn't the answer.
It's
I
an
want you to
answer.
understand me, Katara. Now,
Where's Sokka?
I actually never thought about this. Does she think that Sokka is dead, or just that he's on a literal long walk? You took him on a long walk and got to know him? You lied to me, Jet. It's cool to see someone who's as agile as Aang. Doesn't often have to fight this kind of fellow. What a leap of faith. He's like, I don't care what happens. I'm fucking kicking you.
I can't believe I trusted you. You lied to me.
So is she mad about having been lied to, or that presumably Jet killed her brother? It seems like more the lying. Jet, I was into you. And now that my brother's dead, I would have had so much more time for you. And you ruined it with your lies. How does Aang get that repaired later? He's got more of that red
It's our only chance.
stuff.
Come on, Sokka.
Paper mache?
I'm sorry
What's
I
that made
ever
out?
doubted you.
the Fire Nation soldiers assumed I was a spy. The old man you attacked. He urged them to trust me, and we got everyone out in time.
They kind of blew their animation budget on that. That whole scene they had to do in black and white picture books.
This is pretty.
That is an uncreative name.
We thought you were going to the dam. How come you went to the town instead? Your instincts told you.
Hey, sometimes they're right,
You know we're going the wrong way, right?
and sometimes they're wrong.
So is that the lesson from the episode? That your instincts are sometimes right, but sometimes wrong? And then how do you know when is when? That's a bad lesson. That was a good episode and a bad lesson. The lesson should have been like, be more careful around like literal gangs. Like there are gangs and they will kill you in the pursuit of killing other people. And they all almost just died. All right, episode 10. That was a good one. That I think has been the best episode so far. I think like I said, from this point on, the episodes tend to be pretty good. Jet's a great character. Good stuff. Way less funny than last episode, gotta say. Not much comedy going on, which is great. Avatar, I think, it's like the pitch for it just makes no sense. It's the greatest show ever, but it's a kid's show, and it often tries to be funny and almost never is. I think it's so unfunny, but it's so good. Anyway, come to Flophouse Comedy Club if you want to see me live. Follow this channel on Instagram, Avatar Jank, or my other channel, Nick Hobbing Comedy. That's been the episode. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.